I am so tired. I just got done with the U-Haul gallery. Set the whole thing up last night. Then set up more this morning. And then stood outside in the sun all day. And then tore it down. And I'm gonna fall asleep in like 20 minutes. But I get a lot of questions about these two pieces. And so I thought that I would make a video about them. And I like to do things, I like to make stuff when I'm really tired because sometimes fun stuff comes out. So that's what I'm doing here. And why do I paint these? Why do I paint these hotties, as Sydney called them, with the naltrexone on them? Naltrexone is a drug that is used to help people with substance use disorder, and it is an opioid antagonist, and it basically blocks you from getting high on opioids. And another thing that it does is reduces alcohol cravings. And I took and it's different from Narcan. And I worked in harm reduction for 3 years, and I had to go look it up just now. Narcan is fast acting, and naltrexone is long acting. So they're used for different purposes, but they're both opioid antagonists. They block your opioid receptors. So, I remember on my first day, my boss, Lauren, was telling me about how all these drugs work, and I was just like, why are you telling me this stuff? I have no idea what you're talking about. And then it was just 3 years of this stuff, and it was like, apparently, I don't know. Anyways, naltrexone reduces alcohol craving, and I am a degenerate alcoholic. And I was on naltrexone earlier this year, and it made my life so awesome. It made me really depressed, and that's a side effect as well, but it was like a light switch. If you are struggling with alcohol substance use disorder, is it AUD, alcohol use? Anyways, same difference. It was like a light switch turned off. The day that I started taking it, I went to this thing called the Avenues Open Studios, where these artists have they open their studios, and you go and you look at art. I'm tired, so my max rambling is really going to come into full fruition here. Avenues Open Studios, you go to each house and look at art. And it was like the Stations of the Cross. It was like the Temptations of Christ. I went to Catholic school. I don't even know what I'm referencing currently. Anyways, it was like every house that I went to, it was like, hi, would you like a glass of wine? And come look at my art. And I had taken the naltrexone that morning, and it was like a light switch switched off. And I was ambivalent to the question, and I didn't care that they were offering me alcohol. And that was amazing to me because for me, it was like the scene in Finding Nemo where they're reenacting AA, and Bruce smells the drop of blood and his eyes roll in the back of his head and they go black, and then he can only fixate on killing Dory. And that's what drinking was like for me. Like, not that I would like fucking black out in that type of situation, but it's like I had no self-control when it came to that type of thing. So like, people, you offer me alcohol, I'm fucking just, eyes are rolling back, full throttle into drinking. And like, I always maintain I was a very steady drunk. Like, you wouldn't have to take care of me. I'm not going to be doing wild shit, but like, I'm drinking and I will sit silently in the corner, fucking drunk as shit, and hate my life the next day. But naltrexone, so it saved me from myself, and that's awesome, and I love that, and it was amazing. And so what I'm doing with these paintings is using alcohol companies' tactics, marketing tactics, reverse engineering them. Or not, that might be too highfalutinous. I'm using their same tactics to promote sobriety. And sobriety oftentimes is not sexy or cool or whatever, because our society is controlled by marketing in the opposite direction, and just society itself. Like, drinking is cool and fun, and it was cool and fun until it wasn't. And if you have a good relationship with alcohol, that's cool, and I wish that I had that, but I don't, so I'm sober. But I'm using their tactics against them to promote the drug that helped me. And it's kind of amazing how, when you boil down advertising, it literally, like 90% of the time, is like hot woman product. And that's the advertisement. And it fucking works because men are pigs. And when you boil it down, I mean, like, yeah. And so yeah, that's what I'm doing with these paintings. I really like them, and I want to make more of them. And shout out naltrexone. If you want to sponsor someone, I mean, you could no, just kidding. But that's what I'm doing with these paintings. I hope you like them, and I hope you enjoyed this explanation of why I paint hotties with the naltrexone logo on. Woo! I'm so fried, dude. I look up. But yeah, man, if you are struggling with alcohol use, naltrexone was sick. What happened to me was I was taking it every day, and I got really depressed, and then I went to the doctor, and she was like, "Are you having any like stomach ache or any side effects?" And I was like, no stomach aches, but I've been feeling like shit the last 2 weeks." And she was like, "Oh, stop taking that immediately." And so now I just take it on a needs basis, and I haven't taken it, and this is not medical advice, but I I take it on a needs basis, and I was doing that like at like big events like Thanksgiving, had a thing and I took it and I didn't drink, and I might have taken it. I took it probably like for like a few like social events where I was like, if I go there without this, I'm going to fucking, the eyes are gonna roll back and I'm gonna fucking. But I haven't needed to do that in a while, and I feel good. So if you want to feel good too, I don't know. This is not medical advice. But yeah, naltrexone shorty. Naltrexone. I'm not in love with the name, but that's what I've come up with at this current juncture. So thank you. All right. Goodbye.